It's definitely set by the offensive team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rivers now to throw on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a second down. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the easy target when things aren't going so well. But I think it's a combination with the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. On third down, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On to punt, Drew Kaiser, second-year man from Texas A&M. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Crowder now to return. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this is going to set up first and goal inside the 5-yard line. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. A toss play. Here's Perine. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. Again, here's Perine. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Third and goal for Cousins.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. On the run, it's Oliver. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Crowder. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on 1st down. 20. Out to the left here to Reed. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 44 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down now after the pass completion. Rivers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And the Eagles out in front early. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On third down, Rivers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 1st and 10 inside their own 20-yard line. Here's Cousins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Second down, Cousins. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Cousins to P. Ryan on the draw. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll run again with Pirine. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. The backup, Rob Kelly, his first carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Cousins a handoff. This is Pirine. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Flush to his right. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 46 yards. Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the red zone now, Rivers trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. The slot man in motion right.
Get wide. Detroit.
Here's a carry for Oliver. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They go again with Oliver. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. Cousins now on second down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. To throw again, Rivers. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. First down, Rivers. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Chargers on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, here we go. 380.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Rivers on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Slot man moves right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Now Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Good. 380. Hey, Delta.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Rocket!
Throwing again. Rivers over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. On 2nd down, Rivers again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick here is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the score.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, Rivers. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They toss to Pirine, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They run. It's Oliver. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
To throw on third down, Rivers. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
.44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Cousins. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Joey Bosa in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete here.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
run it here with Oliver. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On third down, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And I think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Redskins on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
Working out of the gun, Cousins completes it to the rookie from North Carolina, Ryan Switzer. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Cousins gives this to Pirine. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
They'll run it here with Pirine. Now Pirine is stripped to the football. The big man get the Oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Rivers now after the fumble recovery. A swing pass caught. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll come out in the pistol. Rivers now on second down. That's caught at the 2. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Rivers on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. And how about the Eagles? Leading that ball game at the moment. A surprise. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play action for Pirine. Now Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34.
Whoosh.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So this one not out of reach yet, but they need to move quickly here, down by more than a score. The first down throw here for Rivers. Now a desperation throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now Pirine, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Throwing here, Cousins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Pirine, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards, and he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you.
Come on.
So it doesn't
You